if they understand, are they able to join team? There we go. Blake, yeah, hop on in. Uh, yeah, I mean, extremely excited to get another 1v1 show match going of extremely talented players. Hard at work getting ready for the upcoming high school season. And both these two have playing plenty of show matches before. Obito starts off with a kickoff goal. Obito has played in one show match, I believe, already. Another 1v1 show match, and he took it in a win. Someone who I know is working very hard to. Not sure what his situation is on whether what high school is going to be attending, if he will be doing that or getting a GED, but definitely he's still trying to get some work in to prepare for the school season. Blake, on the other hand, plays for an extremely prestigious program at Wilsonville High School, and has been training incredibly hard throughout this whole summer, trying to fight for his varsity spot on the Wilsonville High School varsity team yesterday, or not yesterday, this upcoming summer. And become maybe a part of that state champion winning varsity team. Blake will score a solid counterattack. I believe Israel overcommitted just a slight bit to allow Blake to get us first on the board. I mean, both these two are incredibly capable and entertaining to watch players. Whenever these guys play, they have put on a show and done nothing less of that. They've been both extremely high caliber. Blake, what a great challenge by Blake here. It's actually kind of confusing. We gotta watch this from Israel's perspective, where it seems like Blake just ends up coming so much higher than Israel expects, and he managed to get another touch in the car to put some power in to roll into the net. But I mean, that was, I think normally as a ones player, you're trained to expect people to go low in that situation, but instead Blake did the opposite and came at that ball from above, and just kept the ball right at the ground and allowed Blake to get an extra touch to scoop into the net. Blake now with a full canister boost. This is very hard for Obito to work with. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm saying Israel. I will call these players by first and last name a couple times. Israel. Blake really not. It seems like Blake was just not urgent to do anything with that save. What happened here for Blake? A little bit of a goof. Didn't really seem to. Definitely understood that the shot was on target. I think he just didn't really intend to put any kind of power clear on. Kickoff win for Blake. It allows him to get the corner boost. Maybe able to put this in the net before Obito gets back. Obito ends up slamming off the wall. Blake should still be able to score this if he wraps around in time. Obito comes back to make the save. Still a low boost though. Has to trail this back to his corner. Blake goes off the wall. Tries something irritable from the back mid wall. Almost gets it by Obito. Tries to get a touch on his car. And Obito completely leaves. It looks like he left the net for a second. Blake not able to turn that ball on target, so it didn't matter anyways. Obito now with space, a little bit of space in the corner. Use a challenge from Blake just to get reset on the ball again. Blake keeps challenging nice and close. This might be a goal for Blake. Persistence on the offense of that corner. I mean, that's a dangerous spot to be in for Blake to challenge this corner twice. It does take some guts as the corner is pretty much, once players have been trained to avoid it like the plague, but Blake stays strong and holds a spot in the corner. Does not let Israel ever back out of that corner, and piles on his third. Now full boost in the back corner to Blake again. Maybe another kickoff goal potentially. Blake not able to cut this ball around after getting it past Obito. Sees go for the double tap off the wall, doesn't get it by. Blake still sticking onto this ball like it's glue, or like he's glue. And just not, I mean, Israel's just trying to get Blake off this ball, but Blake just continues to stay around, and he understands the importance of just not letting off the gas, keeping his boost count significantly higher than Israel's, and not giving Israel any chance to breathe. As for those who are seeing the Rock League logo on the scoreboard for Obito's end, Obito is competing unattached, while Blake is competing for Wilsonville High School. Blake will open up for a 5th goal, putting on 5 goals at halftime. Blake will counterattack after Obito's missed touch to the wall. If I had to put my money on this, I would say Obito is the underdog, but still very capable to take this match. Blake beating some incredible players and also achieving quite a wins rate. I believe he's somewhere around the diamond diamond mark in 1v1 right now, and also getting really high up there in the twos ladder. And you know, lots of twos players end up turning out to be very good ones players in addition. So no surprise that Blake jumping up to the early lead here. We'll see how Obito turns to respond. Blake definitely with all the kickoff advantage. We've seen Obito try to go for some pretty high-level kickoffs, but not able to get it by Blake. Blake will pile in a 7th after a mistouch from Obito. Definitely didn't expect to get so much power. I seen what he was intending to get at is to face it towards the wall. Probably did not mean for that to come out left at all. Big lead for Blake at the start of game 1. He'll try to cut this ball off the corner like he's done so many times this game. Obito will clear it away. And now he gets a far touch down to the blue corner. Blake will take possession again, as he's always done throughout this game. Now a far air dribble off the wall, goes to attempt this again. Doesn't get the shot off. Obito now might be able to score this. Does he put this on target? He does not put it on target, but still able to get the rebound. Does not get the rebound on target. Now Blake will be able to run away with this. He's got some big work to do to catch up this ball. It doesn't look like he will, or yes he will at the very nick of time, and Blake even commits, not thinking that Obito is going to get back this. Obito might get rewarded with a goal here. Blake also makes it back just in time. What a hustle from Obito to get back to deny Blake getting that 8th goal. And that just might be what keeps him alive. Just because it is a 5-goal deficit does not mean Obito can come back. In 1v1, no lead is safe. This is very common for this lead to be blown. But Blake might just reinforce it here by piling on his 8th. Doesn't even make that extra touch, but still manages to put on target. Blake will jump off to a huge lead and a confident start in game 1. Hitting that ball over Obito. And a dominant start for the person who's been opting to play the Dominus in 1v1, which, for those who don't know, playing flat cars in 1v1 is quite uncommon. Normally you want a taller car, especially as it's a lot easier to have a nice challenge game. And when two people are going for the ball at the same time, that extra height allows you to get more leverage to the ball. However, Blake opting to go for the flat car, which has been something that has been very common in the, I'd say anything before 2020, flat cars are quite common to see in 1v1. But now it seems like it's almost an outdated car, but Blake's playing just fine in this quote-unquote vintage car. Blake now will opt to go off the wall. Obito makes a good challenge on the wall. Gets to stay on it. Blake able to drive it away again. This might be another attempt for Blake off the wall. Comes out a very high though. That has no driving force on it forwards. Definitely hit that way too much from the bottom side of his car. Was not able to put that ball in a spot where he could air dribble it in a forward direction. It really was only keep it upright. Obito does not commit to the full challenge. Seems like he was definitely in the right to try to get that ball off, but didn't slam the boost button like I think he should have. But now he still comes away with possession. Blake now not opting his challenge, but does not get that ball with any lift. This will certainly be a game 1 win for Blake. A dominant start from the incoming junior, or not incoming as in as he was a transfer, but as in he's going into his junior year. Blake will take game 1. And that very purple and orange striped Dominus. We'll see how Obito intends to respond. Oh, Obito opts to go to the wrong team color. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're set up. Fortunately, do the team colors set just by name. Actually, we give them a coin flip. The way we decide who plays team colors is really no complicated process. Like, we don't... I think it just has happened that Wilsonville kids have gotten the blue team a lot. It's not really even that Wilsonville kids get the blue team because the school color has blue. We just do a coin flip to see what player gets what team color. Obito does not reverse that ball the way he wants to, allows Blake possession, but makes another great challenge and opts away with possession again. And now not able to get mid boost as Blake snags it away. What a great recovery by Blake. That puts a little attention to detail to the little movements that Blake's making to stay on this ball quickly. Definitely not the best to touch off the wall. Both players opting to go for it. Obito gets the beat and should be able to pile on his first in game 2. And we'll jump out to the lead. Great start from Obito to make a counterattack off of a, not necessarily careless, but a mixed execution from Blake. But has been still noticeably dominant for Blake in the kickoff game. Obito not able to make much contact or to force the ball back into the blue corner at all off kickoff. nor has he been able to come away with boost. Blake now opting to take the flick. Does not execute the flick. Allows Obito to save it away. 38 boost in the wall. Tries to get on top of his car. Blake challenges early, but does not. I think it was definitely right for Blake to challenge that instant speed. Did not put it in the smart nice spot of his car. Obito did not turn the ball in the way he should have, and it allows Blake to run away. Obito misses the ball. Tries to place it on the right side. Obito able to get another touch. Blake now on the corner. Tries to rip it off the wall early. Get away by Obito again. Obito greatly benefiting from a counterattack game. Definitely has much more of a grasp of how Blake is playing his offense. Seeing lots of touches off the wall. Blake might have just put this in. Does not put it on target. Most would have been a great counterattack goal for the junior Wildcat. Actually, I believe Israel is also a junior. I don't know what year Israel is, or Obito is. Oh, Obito pops this ball over Blake and might pile on his second. Runs away from Blake. Blake not able to get back in time. And Israel will jump out to a 2-goal lead. Definitely has figured out a way to stifle Blake on the offensive end. Or the last game, only 30 seconds past where we are at right now, Blake had put 5 on the board. But now Blake is struggling to even muster 1. Managed to get the ball over Israel. Right as I say it, might be able to put on his first. And Blake will cut the lead in half. Approaching halftime. Definitely seems like when you go into the aerial view, that Blake just has an edge on the kickoff, taking it a lot faster. That might have been a delayed kickoff by Obito, and maybe giving him credit the wrong way. Blake now opts to go for the demo, does not get it, but does send Obito flying into the corner. Gets the flick over. Great physical work. Knocks him across the pitch like a football player would. Makes the high flick to the top shelf, and Blake will tie the game before halftime. Kickoff. Seems like Blake got the better of that one again. Looks to get the ball at a much earlier time. Tries to get the ball off the wall. Does not make that touch happen. Allows Obito to press him into the corner. Obito, though, not able to grab the corner boost, though. So as though he makes the touch, he has nothing to work with. Blake now able to run away with the ball. This might be Blake's third. Obito got a little bit too feisty in that corner. Blake might not punish this. Blake does not score this, actually. Israel ends up getting away with murder here. But Blake will pop that ball over unexpectedly for Obito. I don't think he was expecting that touch to come out so high. And Blake will take the lead 3 minutes into game 2. Ooh, the slower kickoff has paid off for Obito this time, as he'll tie the game with 2 minutes remaining. Watch this from his perspective. He comes so much more towards the right angle of the ball. It seems like Blake tried to rip. I'm not sure if Blake was just too fast that ball and not reading how slow Israel was coming to it, or if it was just a misexecution on where Blake was making contact with the ball. But he ends up feeding the ball right into Israel's car, allowing him to tie the game. Blake now with possession, opts to take the ball to the sky, lets it fall back down to the ground, and cuts it away from Obito. Great read to understand that Obito would challenge us at its earliest point. And ends up coming away with the 4th goal. Seems like Blake did place himself much better in the ball that kickoff. Tries to possibly drive this ball off the wall. Takes another low 50. And continues to try to run away with the ball. And sneaks it by. What great work by Blake. Such a hustle to not allow Obito to get any possession. Falls down to the ground again. So Blake will try to catch this and take to the wall with Obito in hot pursuit. Does not end up coming away with a mid boost. Israel now with a shot on full canister of boost. Able to drive this ball off the wall. Blake might be able to run away with a counterattack here if he can get that flick over. That he does. He might pile it on, and Blake will pile on the 5th goal. Great work to come off the crease so smoothly here, keeping the ball in front of him the whole time. And driving the ball down with such speed into the net. If Israel does not respond fast, Blake will jump up to a 2-0 lead in the series. I mean, just watching Blake's kickoff is just so smooth. It looks so elite with a proper speed flip. As Blake will pile in a 6th, the reward for such a strong and fast kickoff from him. Definitely has been hard at work to perfect his kickoff. And it rewards him with a 3-goal lead. Obito does not maybe control this net. Not sure what just happened. Seems like players will play on. Ball comes out of the corner. That controller disconnect, whatever that was that made Obito hesitate, seemed to actually benefit him. He's able to drive the ball to the blue half. Able to challenge Blake as he comes off that extremely awkward wall again. Blake now tries to get a touch off the backboard. Not able to get another touch. Now has to run back for this ball. Obito can hook this around and close the lead. And he will close the lead down to just 2 goals with 36 remaining. Blake now with another speedier kickoff. Obito was able to make a touch to get up to the wall. Both players come away with a corner boost, but Obito with possession in the back corner. Drives it down to the blue half. Blake tries to challenge this ball off the wall. It's a sequence of touches that Obito is definitely not expecting that. Normally when you see an air dribble like that, it seems like it's almost a trap for one's players to fall into to try to air dribble out of that corner. But Blake got that ball so far down the field that Israel was not expecting it, and gives Blake the space and time to shoot the ball in a space where Obito wasn't expecting to shoot the ball. Seconds remaining. If Obito can't figure out a kickoff goal right here, it'll almost certainly look like game with possession of the full corner boost and opting to go to the back corner. If he can't turn this ball in, it will certainly be game over. And it looks like Blake will be coming out with a 2-0 lead in the series. Hard work paying off for the junior at Wilsonville. Now, if I had a suggestion to make going into Game 3, Obito also, again, opts to join the wrong team color. Israel? Okay, there we go. I'm not sure. I think that game would have started right then and there. I'm not sure if Blake staying in the spectator menu helped a little bit. Because I'm pretty sure when someone stays in that spectator menu, it takes another 5 or 10 seconds to start the game. Blake will pile on the first goal in Game 3. Great momentum to start off with another strong kickoff win. I mean, a big difference maker. Obviously, Blake has been playing incredible all around. Well, lots of high-level mechanical plays, but it seems like the kickoff advantage has just been so in favor. As clearly, maybe not necessarily the more experienced ones player, but definitely the one with a more effective kickoff. Definitely need to see Obito trying to go for quicker kickoffs, and additionally, try some more dangerous things on offense. Who wants to get this ball by Blake, and to match the level of scoring he's been able to put up to. That touch might benefit Blake more than it does Obito. Blake now with a circle ball back again with 0 boost. Misses the shot actually. It allows Obito possession. Blake's in an awkward spot. Decides to turn early. Seems like Blake couldn't make his mind up if he wanted to challenge. But he made such a hard turn, almost turning a full 180 degrees, but still deciding not to bite down on it. And it allows Obito to come away with a tie game. Obito opting to rock with that very loud fireworks boost. Every time you go into his perspective, you can hear the squeal of it. Israel might go for Blake's car here. That he does, and it might reward him as he might be able to pile on a second. A strong shot. What a shot by Obito. Knocking Blake out of the way and then cutting this ball around the left side to shoot it from the right side and place it to the top left. Directional change and a very strong ground dribble allows Obito to get a lead in Game 3. That's a much better kickoff, despite the fact that it seems to come back so far. The speed of that kickoff was very on point. Obito makes a far touch away. This is dangerous. Blake ends up missing the crossbar. That should have been a goal for Blake. Obito might just get away with murder and pile on a third. That he does not. Blake now opting to go for this ball on 0 boost. Blake has lots of work to do to drive this ball past. Blake, that he does. Blake now, 0 boost with Israel taking the back corner boost. Tries to get a good 50 here. Very well done. Opts to pinch this ball high off the ceiling. I don't think he's expecting that much power to come out of that. Allows him time. He misses a mid boost actually. What it did allow him the time to get boost, and also gave Israel possession in exchange. Blake now opting to take this for an air dribble off the wall. Jumps with it again. Going for the air dribble. Goes to the bump, but Obito does not get it. Obito might pile on a third. Seems like he's off target here. He might not score this. He will miss the mark, and Blake now on the counter attack. Will manage to get the goal that he sought so desperately there. Israel missing quite the easy shot. But he'll have to get over it very quickly to have a chance of staying alive in this series. With a strong kickoff win like that, that just might do the trick. Maybe able to pile this ball in for the 3rd goal. Blake nowhere near it and cannot get back in time. And Obito would jump out to the lead. I believe for the 2nd time in Game 3. Another strong kickoff win by Obito. He's definitely made the adaptation. That is exactly what we're wanting to see. Tries to get a double tap off the wall, and we're getting cleared away by Blake. That was a great attempt by Israel, but it might punish him with a tie game. I mean, this is just as much as maybe a miscalculation of Obito. This is also a great challenge by Blake to put this straight on net from all the way across the pitch. Slams off the wall again. Another kickoff in favor of Blake. The tide has turned back into the juniors' favor. Not again, both these two are juniors, actually, for the junior Wildcats' favor. As Obito maybe still struggling a little bit on the corner kickoff, some match the speed of Blake's kickoff, but definitely getting to that ball and keeping his car in the spot where he needs it to create at least a decent 50. Blake now opting to take this ball all the way from the back corner. This is extremely risky. Makes a strong challenge though, however. Blake now winning with the ball off the wall. He opts to pop it over. He does pop it over. Able to cut this around. Maybe he can pile on the 5th goal. Hard shot for Obito to save. Obito does come out with a save. Not able to grab boost though. Blake able to cut this ball off the wall again. Doesn't get too much speed on it. The strong challenge in midfield. If Blake gets this ball quick, he might have a scoring chance here. Doesn't decide to commit. Blake opts to grab the back corner boost. And now Boss with a high flick. Saved away by Obito. And now with a full canister of boost. Obito maybe tries to flick. Blake anticipating a quicker flick. Seems like he wants to go off the ceiling in case of Obito trying to flick that high. I don't know exactly why Blake had the urge to do that, but it definitely was a valid concern. As Blake will miss the shot, Blake might get away and not be able to pile on his 5th. A strong pinch, actually, to get that ball sent back. It is not favorable for Blake. Another awkward touch. Obito with the shooting chance, but Blake manages to get it. Oh, Blake does not get away with it. I think he may have been the quicker one to the ball there, but he was not the accurate one. As Obito managed to both get the touch that Blake could not, and also put this ball on target. It seems like Blake might have been reading for the ball to get put into him at the right side. But Israel opts to shoot it left and gets a tie game in Game 3. And a strong kick up by Obito. This might be one of the first times and the very few times he's gotten a mid boost off the kickoff. Blake able to clear it away and might be able to pile on his 5th. Israel extremely far back, nowhere to be found. Hard attempt by Israel gets punished. And Blake runs away with the lead again. Players trained to lead several times during this match. As Blake now will miss the corner boost. This might be a chance for Obito to pounce early. It's not off to take that chance. Blake tries to flick it off the wall. Blake goes for Obito again. And manages to get another ball around. Might be able to sneak this ball around. Gets the high flick. That is such good perseverance from Blake to get on this ball. Despite the fact of being on low boost, he does not opt to retreat and go for boost, but he instead reads exactly where Obito is and understands that he has time to stay on the ball and flick the ball high over him. And with a 2-goal lead, Israel is put in the same desperate situation he's been put in all of the previous 2 games so far. And now has to muster up something if he wants to stay alive and prevent this series from being a sweep. Now ends up missing the back corner boost. Blake is with a full boost canister to work with. Blake starves that back corner away from Obito, and also opts to maybe take the other back corner. Now with 0 boost, maybe they get this ball by Blake, but the high boost count benefits Blake, and that will almost certainly be game, as Obito opts to stay back away from the ball with 6 seconds to go. Unless we can put this in straight away, that will be game. An incredible performance from the junior Wildcat will result in a 3-0 win.